Hello, everybody! Hope you're all safe and well. Pete here, currently at Terminal 2 Dublin International Airport. Today's travel day. I'm on my way to Orlando International and I cannot wait. So, this will be a mini trip, which is 3 nights and 3 days. But I'll be doing loads and I'll be recording loads for you guys back at home. Hopefully, I'll be able to share my experience, share some tips as well. As you can see, it's quite a bright and sunny Dublin at the moment. It's not terribly warm though. It's quite a cool day. It's February. However, I'm sure when I get off that flight in Orlando, I'll get that Orlando heat just hit me right in the face. If you've been before, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's time. Let's get in here. Let's get through security. Today I am flying with Aer Lingus direct to Orlando. I'm on the 2 o'clock. Should arrive into Orlando around 6 o'clock, and I intend to go to a theme park this evening. All being well, fingers crossed we get there on time. Me safely through security. It said 10 minutes, it probably took about 5 minutes. An absolute breeze here at Dublin Airport. Fair play to the staff. My trade did have to go through 3 times though, and then never got searched. Not quite sure what happened there, but such is life. 5 minutes, who cares? So now I need to try and find myself some toiletries. I need to get myself some deodorant. I'm just making my way to US pre-clearance right now. An absolute brilliant perk for flying from Dublin. It means that you do immigration on this side and you don't have to wait for any queues when you land, which is perfect. This is my 4th trip to Orlando in the last 12 months. I do these very short solo trips. I always vlog them. I do them because it's my hobby. I absolutely love doing it. When I'm at home, I'm dad and I work. I don't do too much other than that, so we all need a little bit of self-indulgence, and this is it for me. However, that being said, I always do them on a budget as far as you can. Orlando's obviously quite an expensive place to go to, but I always try my best to do it as cheap as possible. The current kind of financial crisis, the cost of living, I thought I would share my budget tips with you on this trip, share exactly what I spend, how I managed to go on so many trips relatively cheaply. So we'll do that for you. Hopefully that will help you. You might be able to save a little bit of money. It is a really expensive thing to do to come to Orlando, but as I say, I try and make it as cheap as possible. So I am based about half an hour north of Belfast in Northern Ireland, so I drove down to Dublin this morning. It took me about 2.5 hours. I've estimated roughly there and back it'll cost me about £40 in diesel, so that's the first cost I've endured today. I've also paid for parking here at Dublin Airport, and that has cost me about £38 sterling. That was for 4 days parking in the second closest car park. There's kind of 3 long-term car parks here. I kind of went for the medium range. The further away one, which is a lot further away, another kind of 10 or 15 minutes journey, it was only about an extra €10. Sorry, it was only €10 less, so it was only a €10 saving, so I just thought I'd go for the closest one. So yeah, roughly £40 diesel and about £38 car parking, getting me this far on my budget journey. One of the most expensive parts of the holiday will be your flights I never pay a lot of money for flights. I always get them cheap. And just after US pre-clearance, I will explain exactly how I do it. So safely through US pre-clearance, so I'm in as expected, no reason why I shouldn't be. I'm quite a sensible Simon, so no problem there. Relatively short and sweet as well. There wasn't much of a queue. You get asked a few general questions at immigration and then that's you. So good to board the flight and make my way to Orlando. Happy days. So as mentioned, I always do my trips on a budget. I just feel I've got no other choice. I would be filled with guilt if I spent too much money on them, because I've always got a couple of kids and things, so you can't self-indulge too much. But this is my little hobby, it's my passion, it's just the 1 week in a self-indulgence I do really. Get away for a few days, clear the head, ride a few roller coasters, and I love recording the vlogs for YouTube, so I do that as well. So in terms of my flights, no big secret, how I always get cheap flights is through air miles. If you're new to air miles, it's a whole subject on itself, but in short, I have a couple of credit cards that are associated with air miles. I collect both Avios through BA and Virgin Points with Virgin Atlantic, and what that does is it gives you the access to book what are called reward flights. So you can use your air miles you've collected plus pay some cash to cover the taxes and duties, and then you get your flight. For example, today's flight cost me £241 cash and 32,000 BA Avios. I'm flying with Aer Lingus on this plane right here. Aer Lingus are what are called a kind of partner with British Airways when it comes to the air miles scheme. Whether or not they're owned by British Airways, I'm not entirely sure. I think they might be, but it's not really in my interest. I'm just keen for the cheap flights. To put into perspective, my flight was £241. That's a direct flight from Dublin International to Orlando return. So £241 plus 32,000 air miles. So for me, it's great value. I have monitored the price of that flight since I booked it. I booked it in November, and since then the price has fluctuated. At one point it came down to £423, and at one point it was up at £693. I think I checked it the other day and it was £1,250, but that's obviously just a few days out. Now bear in mind though, that cash price to pay for the ticket doesn't include seat allocation, doesn't include your luggage, whereas the flight that I've booked with my cash plus air miles for my £241 does include a 23 kg bag and includes a seat allocation, which you always pay for. So for me it's fantastic value, and that's one of the reasons why I can do these trips. And that's available to everyone. It's not just me or special people. Anyone can apply for these credit cards or join loyalty schemes and save up points. I do it through, I've got an American Express card, a British Airways one, and I've got a Virgin MasterCard. So I've got two cards for payments. I've also linked my Tesco Club card to my Virgin Air miles, so I collect miles through that way. As I say, in short, I collect air miles and I get discounted flights. As I say though, the kind of little game of collecting your air miles and saving on your flights is a little complex. I could talk for half an hour about it and still have more to say in terms of how it works, the rules, the kind of terms and things associated with that. If you want to find out, just YouTube it. I'm sure there's loads of guys that do that as a speciality. There's a website I use, it's called headforpoints.com, HED4POINTS.com. Check it out, there's kind of loads of tips and things on how to start your journey of collecting air miles. There is of course a little bit of admin involved, because you've got to use the credit card, pay off the credit card, open a new account, close accounts, wee bits of admin like that. So if you can't be bothered with that, it's not really for you. You do have to put a little bit of time and effort in to get those rewards. But it's not money I wouldn't be spending anyway. I'm spending that money, I might as well spend it on a card that gets me benefits. And lastly, if you are prone in any way to run up credit card debt, it's not advisable because there are big limits on these credit cards. Some of mine are £10,000. That's quite standard for a credit card. I'm very disciplined. I will use it every day of life and I'll pay it off every few days. So I'm not waiting to the end of the month and then realising I don't have money to pay it off and running up a big credit card debt. I'm paying it off every few days, making sure that I'm not racking up a debt. So if you're prone in any way to be tempted to use your credit card when you shouldn't, don't kind of go down this route. It's not worth getting into the debt. I believe this is the plane that shall be taking me to Orlando. I'm not 100% sure on that, but someone said it was, so we'll trust them. That looks like the food getting put on board. Happy days. The feeling of making your way to Orlando is like no other. I cannot wait to get there. Cannot wait to get the heat. When I get to Orlando, because I'm only there for 3 nights, I have to make the most of it, so I will almost certainly, provided we land on time, fingers crossed, I'll almost certainly be making my way to one of the theme parks, likely one with a good roller coaster, because I love to get that adrenaline rush straight off the bat, so looking forward to that. If you have watched my vlogs before, you'll know that I am a self-confessed scaredy cat. Roller coasters has not always been my thing. I'm not even 100% sure it is my thing yet, but I try my best to push myself on as many as possible. So fingers crossed I still have the courage and enthusiasm to get on one this evening. Time will tell. One thing I absolutely am really hopeful that I push myself on this time is to go on the Velocicoaster. I rate it as one of the best roller coasters there. I've watched it hundreds of times, I've read all about it, but I've never quite gone on it. It looks and appears, and I'm told it is very intense. I suppose that kind of makes me a bit anxious. However, I'm hopefully going to get it on this trip. Might even be tonight, who knows. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned for that. Another expense on your Orlando holiday or vacation will be hotels. Tonight I am staying in the cheapest hotel I could find on International Drive. It actually looks not too bad, so I'll give you a quick wee review and tour and let you know how much it costs me when we arrive. It is time to board. Orlando, here I come. We have arrived here in Orlando. Happy days. I am shattered, to be honest. Absolutely knackered. It's been a long travel day. However, we will push on, hoping to get to, I've decided, Islands of Adventure tonight. So that is the plan. First things first, I need to get myself an Uber from the rideshare bit, get myself over, get checked into the hotel, and make my way along to the theme park. So here we are, I have arrived, I've checked in, I've actually been to the room, I've done a wee quick room tour for you, which I'll post in a wee minute. This is Hotel Montreal, the cheapest hotel I could find for tonight using the Expedia app on the whole of International Drive. It cost me £60 sterling, or £61 sterling to be exact. So far, not too bad at all, no real complaints. I've only been in for about 10 minutes for a quick change. I'm going to make my way along to Islands of Adventure. I'm about to just call an Uber, but now I'll just quickly show you the room. I just took a wee review there, a wee tour, so I'll just show you that now. So here we have, guys, just a quick hotel room review for you. 2 double queen beds. You get your standard kind of desk, large widescreen TV, safe, microwave's a bit of an added bonus, and a refrigerator. You've got your bag stand that I've got my bags on already, a little area for hanging up some clothes, a vanity unit and wash hand basin. How are we? And we've got the WC and bathroom. On first inspection, the room looks clean. No major disasters just yet. All looks pretty good, so happy days. Quickly changed, get some shorts on and make my way along to Islands of Adventure. It is 7:05. I touched down an hour ago and that's me already here in the hotel, which is fantastic. My Uber from the airport cost me $33 plus tip. I know it's probably not the extremely cheapest way to get here, however this is a budget trip, not the sort of very cheapest trip. I believe you can get a bus from Orlando International to the sort of International Drive area. With it being such a short visit, you've got to kind of, for me anyway, and even if you're here for a week or two, I feel you've always got to weigh up your kind of time against cost, because you're only here for so many hours, so many days type thing, and for me it was much beneficial just to get the Uber. It is brilliant to be back here at Universal Orlando Resort. I've just been dropped off by an Uber. My Uber cost me $7.33 plus tip. I wouldn't have always got an Uber, but just because it's so close to park close, it's kind of currently 10 to 8. Park will close at 9 o'clock, so time was against me, so I had to go over. My hotel is right across the road from both Surfside and Dockside. That's the Universal Endless Summer Resorts. Now, I could have walked over there and got a free Universal shuttle bus from that hotel over here to the parks. However, as I said, because I was short on time, I just jumped on an Uber, so $7.30 plus tip, not too bad. Otherwise I would have risked not getting here in time, but if it was early in the day I absolutely would have just walked across, took my time, relaxed, and got a free shuttle over, which would have been nice. As you can imagine, at this time of night, with 1 hour before park close, there's a lot more people coming out than what there is going into the parks. That will suit me. It will shorten down a few wait times. Let's see what we can get done in the last hour here at Islands of Adventure. We have arrived here at the one and only Islands of Adventure. That's the water taxi boat beeping the horn. It always amazes me, even this late at night in the day, there's still people going into the park. Just like myself, right enough, but I still find it amazing. We are in the park. First stop for me is going to be the toilet. I need to quickly nip to the toilet, and then I'm going to head round to the Hulk, showing a 25-minute wait, and I might take advantage of single rider line too. So let's see if we can start off the holiday with a big blast. Getting shot out of the roller coaster. Well, not shot out of the roller coaster, but shot out of the initial bit. If you know the Hulk roller coaster, it has a launch to start, so a nervous start, but let's go for it. This will be my first time riding Hulk in the dark, and I tell you what, I am sure it's going to wake me up. I could do with a shot of adrenaline without going on the Hulk, but you don't get the buzz without having the fun and getting on the ride. Here we go. just off the Hulk there. Absolutely buzzing, wide awake now, no problem at all. I ended up on the back row, which, if you know your roller coasters in any shape or form, is the sort of most thrilling part of the roller coaster to be on. When the lady said to me number 8, I just thought, oh, geez, just my luck tonight. However, it was good. I enjoyed it in the end, kind of, but glad to have done it because I'm buzzing. Super ride. Always like the Hulk. Always do, really, in the end. It was posted a 25-minute wait. I was going to use a single rider line for the Hulk, however it was closed, but it was just a walk-on. There was about 20 people in front of me and I think I got on the next train. Score, result, I've got 45 minutes left. Let's see what else we can do. Actually, I'm going to double back here, try Spider-Man. So Spider-Man was a 10-minute wait, which turned out to be just an absolute walk-on. So always a pleasure when it's a walk-on. Unfortunately, I feel a wee bit sick after it. It throws you around a lot more than what I can remember. I think it's probably just a combination of being tired from the travel day. Enjoyed half of it and then the second half just didn't feel too great, but there you go, hey ho, we continue. So just taking a wee wander around the park, just entered Toon Lagoon at the minute. See what we can see if we can do anything else. What a long day travel day is, but absolutely worth it. Delighted to be here back in Orlando. Plenty of vlogs going to be coming up. Going to be doing quite a few hotel reviews for you and a daily vlog on what I got up to. I've got Express Pass lined up this trip, so I'll talk you through that, and also I think I'll be doing early parking mission one day as well, so I'll talk you through that, give you a flavour of my experience and share as many tips as I can to help you guys out on your trip. Just making my way around the park, having a wee look at the Velocicoaster. It's definitely not for me tonight, that's for sure. Feeling a wee bit dodgy. I was saying, I don't think the Velocicoaster's for me tonight. It does look like a spectacular coaster, and maybe this weekend, maybe I'll just get it done. I'm not sure what else I'm going to get done tonight. The head is absolutely splitting now. We can have a walk around to Hogsmeade, see what's there, have a little explore. It's great just being back in the park, so lovely atmosphere, nice and warm, and that's 8:45 now. Park will be closing shortly. Still really nice and warm, and it's start of February here, folks, so Sunshine State of Florida. Oh, what a beautiful place. Not quite sure how clear that is. Velocicoaster is currently showing a 90-minute wait, therefore I wouldn't quite fancy that tonight anyway, especially as I've got Express Pass over the next couple of days. So if I'm going to do it, I'm definitely going to be using Express Pass and not having to wait for so long and have all those nerves build up in anticipation. I could probably do without that. Not even sure if I'll get on it, to be honest. Don't really know. We'll wait and see. Time will tell. But a 90-minute wait. Extra busy at the moment. I think it was down for a few days last week, so when people have been here on the holidays, obviously they've missed out on the chance to do it for a few days, so they're probably kind of flooding back now, and that's probably why there's an extra extended wait time at this time of night. 90 minutes. Oofed. Isn't Hogwarts Castle just stunning at night time? Absolutely beautiful. What a place this is. Hogsmeade looks relatively quiet at this point in the day compared to what it's like most of the day anyway. Today is a Saturday. And Hagrid's Magical Motorbike Adventure is showing a 100-minute wait. If you do get in line before the park closes, they will allow you to ride it regardless of what time you enter the line. Yes guys, I think that's going to do me tonight. I managed Spider-Man and also I got on the Hulk. Great timing there for the launch. Delighted to get back on the Hulk, face those fears. Great to be back in the parks. Quite tired now, head's quite sore, so could do in my bed. Long travel day, but it's been brilliant. I'm looking forward to the next few days. Some nice things in store. Looking forward to that sunshine tomorrow when I get up. Oh, it's brilliant to be back. Anyway, look, thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching. If you liked it in any way, hit the like button. If you've not subscribed, why not hit subscribe as well. Excellent. See you next time, guys. Cheers. Thank you.